1969. Friends and neighbors have been taking time for the
If you want to kill $1 billion in shareholder value, you generally have two options: massive fraud or a total misunderstanding of who your customers are. Cracker Barrel chose option 2. Over the last 24 months, we watched a 70% stock collapse, a dividend slash that ruined their reputation on Wall Street, and a rebranding disaster that enraged their loyal customers. The headlines will tell you they went woke, but that is lazy analysis. The truth is much worse. They didn't go woke, they went corporate. This is the autopsy of how Cracker Barrel tried to become something it isn't, and why the logo change was just the final nail in a coffin built by cost-cutting. To be fair to the board of directors, they were staring at a terrifying reality: the gray ceiling. Cracker Barrel's core customer is over 55. This is a demographic that is price-sensitive, fixed income, and literally aging out of the market. The board looked at the data and panicked. They believed that if they didn't capture a younger urban audience, the company would die. But here's the question: was their failure inevitable because of the demographic? Absolutely not. Look at Texas Roadhouse. Their demographics are also older and rural. Their food is a cardiologist's nightmare, yet their stock is booming. Why? Because people, even older people, will disobey their doctor for a great steak once in a while. They will not disobey their doctor for a mediocre casserole served in a sterile room. Cracker Barrel forgot that the food has to be worth the health risk. Enter the villain of our story, the Strategic Transformation Plan, spearheaded by CEO Julie Felss-Masino, fresh from Taco Bell. Starting in July 2023, she decided to modernize the brand. This is where I need to ask you a question, because the data suggests something changed in the kitchen long before they changed the logo. Ask yourself, when was the last time you sat down at Cracker Barrel and the basket of biscuits and cornbread just appeared? For decades, the psychological contract was simple. You sit down and that warm bread basket arrives instantly. It was hospitality. But under the new efficiency mandates, many locations stopped this. Now you often have to ask for them. It feels like they are rationing the hospitality. Did you notice that shift? That feeling that you were being managed rather than served? Next time you go, look at the hash brown casserole. Does it taste different to you? The #1 complaint in recent reviews isn't politics, it's that the casserole texture changed. It went from oven-baked cheesy goodness to something watery and bland. That is the hallmark of a switch to frozen, pre-prepped bases to cut labor costs. Did you notice the difference, or am I crazy? While they were cutting corners on your plate, they were cutting promises to investors. In May 2024, to fund this modernization, they slashed the dividend by 80%. They took the reliable income away from the very retirees who ate at their restaurants. Then came the death blow, August 2025, the rebrand. They removed the barrel, they removed Uncle Herschel, they presented a text-only, sanitized logo. The reaction was 95% negative, and the stock dropped 7.2% in a single day. Why? Because a logo isn't just ink, it's a flag. And by changing it, they lowered the flag of their heritage and raised the white flag of surrender to generic corporate minimalism. By late 2025, the experiment failed. Traffic dropped 8%, and the company was forced into the Great Walkback, reverting the logo. But the damage to the food remains. Cracker Barrel proves that you cannot abandon your loyal base to chase a fantasy. The aging demographic didn't kill Cracker Barrel. The panic did. But I want to turn this over to you for the final verdict. I've listed the cuts, the bread basket policy, the portion sizes, the casserole texture. Which one of these was the deal breaker for you? Was it the moment you saw the new logo, or was it the moment you tasted the food and realized it wasn't homemade anymore? Leave your story in the comments.